Bruce Lee's Game of Death is one of the most mysterious and debated films in martial arts cinema. Originally conceived as Lee's ultimate expression of his martial arts philosophy, the film was never completed due to his untimely passing in 1973. What remained were hours of lost footage, later repurposed into a controversial version that failed to capture Lee's original vision. The original vision, a test of martial arts philosophy. In 1972, Bruce Lee was at the peak of his career. Having completed Way of the Dragon, he began work on Game of Death, a film that was meant to be his magnum opus. Unlike traditional martial arts movies, Game of Death wasn't just about fighting, it was designed to showcase Lee's revolutionary Jeet Kune Do philosophy in action. The film's plot followed a martial artist, played by Lee, who must ascend a 5-level pagoda, battling different opponents on each floor. Each fighter represented a different martial arts style, forcing Lee's character to adapt and overcome rigid techniques, symbolizing the core principle of Jeet Kune Do, using no way as way, having no limitation as limitation. The lost footage, what was left behind? Lee filmed nearly 40 minutes of fight scenes before halting production to star in Enter the Dragon. Tragically, he passed away before returning to complete Game of Death. The existing footage included Lee vs. Dan Inosanto, a high-speed eskrima and nunchaku duel showcasing weapon combat. Lee vs. Han-Jae, a traditional Hapkido master testing Lee's ability to counter joint locks and throws. Lee vs. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the most famous sequence, where Lee fights the 7 feet 2 inches NBA star, demonstrating how adaptability beats raw power. These scenes revealed Lee's intricate fight choreography, brilliant use of timing, and deep understanding of combat strategy. However, the original story, philosophy, and full sequences remained unfinished. The 1978 version, a controversial re-edit. 5 years after Lee's death, Golden Harvest Studios released Game of Death, 1978, but it was far from his intended vision. Using only a fraction of Lee's original footage, the studio inserted body doubles, poorly edited fight scenes, and even superimposed Lee's face onto other actors. The result was a film that lacked coherence and felt like an attempt to cash in on Lee's legacy. Despite this, the film is still remembered for its iconic yellow jumpsuit, which inspired pop culture moments from Kill Bill to video games like Tekken. The search for the lost footage. For decades, Lee's full Game of Death footage was thought to be lost. However, in the 1990s, pieces of his original fight sequences were rediscovered. In 2000, Bruce Lee, A Warrior's Journey was released, showcasing much of Lee's lost choreography in its purest form. Fans finally got a glimpse of what Game of Death was meant to be, a martial arts masterpiece focused on adaptability, philosophy, and innovation. Conclusion: what could have been? Had Bruce Lee complet